Hey everyone, it's Frosty. Sorry I haven't seen you guys in a while, but now I'm back. And I'm going to be trying to pumping out maybe a video every other day for you guys to watch and rate and comment and give advice, all that fun stuff. So now that I am in the Gold League, I'm out of my Silver League, which is nice. A couple times I felt like I was going to fall back into it, but now I'm in the Gold. And Platinum would be, of course, even nicer. Diamond would be Ultimate, but that's not going to happen right away. Anyways, today I have for you a ZERG versus ZERG battle, and I have been playing so much ZERG versus ZERG. It is ridiculous. Gosh, it's like every game I play ZERG versus ZERG. But somehow I'm still doing about the same when I started the ZERG versus ZERG battles. So let me know what you guys do in a ZERG versus ZERG battle. Let me know what you think I could have done better in the game, relating to upgrades, drones, unit selection. So let me know. I hope you guys are all enjoying your StarCraft playing as well as watching any commentaries. So enjoy the rest of the video.
Hey everyone, this is Frosty, and today I'm going to be hosting a ZERG vs. ZERG battle. And I haven't hosted a ZERG vs. ZERG battle yet, and here's my first one. I find that not a lot of the ZERG vs. ZERG games are very interesting, so it's kind of hard to find one that it actually is. They usually all end in like a roach battle, or the enemy tries to go for mutalisks, and I try to fend off with spore crawlers or hydralisks. For me, personally, I always just go for either banelings, I go for zerglings, or I go for roaches. Not really much past that. I feel that these games, they always end within 10 minutes, so there's no point in doing anything else. So, I never use mutas because in pretty much any game, I just find that they're super annoying. I hate them being used against me. I feel bad when I'm using them against other people because they're just, they're so annoying. So I don't use them very often. Maybe I should more. But I don't. Maybe that's why I'm still in gold, this is actually one of my first few gold games. And we can see that he's just got his spawning pool up, and over on my side I have my spawning pool up as well. In production we can see that we both got our queens coming in, and we both got a roach warren going up. So it looks like this is going to be one of those roaches versus roaches battles. And when these battles occur, it pretty much just depends on how much income you have and how much larva you are producing. If you don't have a lot of larva, then you're not going to be making a lot of guys. And same thing if you don't have a lot of minerals or gas. So I just have one gas on the go, and he has one gas as well. And we have about the same number of roaches morphing in, as well as a overlord. And what I decided to do for this game is I'm going to try to work at the back of his rocks, at the back rocks. So for this, I'd have to work at 2 rock sets, that rock set and this rock set. So on this map, it's actually a little bit more difficult to get in the back of your enemy's base. At least it takes a lot longer. These guys could actually be shooting, but they're not. And it looks like he's actually going to try to come into the front of my base. But it looks like I have enough guys to fend him off, so it shouldn't be a problem, except that he killed my queen, which is quite sad, which means I won't be injecting larva for a little bit, which might hurt me. So I have all these larvae just sitting there, not doing nothing. And I got through the first set of rocks, running through the back to the second set, and we can see that, looking at army size, mine is actually quite a bit bigger right now. But it looks like he's going to be morphing in probably a few more roaches. But I probably could have held him off at this point, because like I had more roaches, but he does have the higher ground advantage. And over here we can see that I finally got my queen up. She's injecting larva. We're all back to normal, and it looks like I'm going to try again to go up this ramp and probably fail, because I'm just too scared. Actually, it looks like I'm pushing all the way through, but it looks like he just has too many guys for me to deal with, so I'm just going to run back to my base and hide and cry. So over here you can see, looking at the income tab, pretty much we're even. He's actually got a couple more guys now, and he's actually getting his lair going. And he's getting his expansion up. And I find that I don't really expand in ZERG versus ZERG battles unless they start lasting like longer than 10 minutes, and that's when I expand, which is right now. Especially since I have some extra minerals, so it gives me a chance to use those. And we can see, looking at army size, is that we're pretty even right now. He has a bunch of roaches, I have a bunch of roaches. And so far he hasn't put his lair into use yet, and I'm actually getting a lair myself. Hopefully get inject larva on there sometime soon. So his expansion's up and running with a new queen there. And over here on my expansion, it's not quite up, but it's just about to be. Looking at income, he's a little bit higher. He has about 5 more harvesters than I do. Looking at army size, his is quite bigger, so at least on the gas side. And over here we can see that I'm going to get a Hydralis den and an infestation pit, because I would like to use some infestors this game, because I find that they work actually really well when you use them with some roaches. You get a few roaches, you get a few infestors, and you fungal growth the enemy roaches, and it brings their life down a little bit, which is actually pretty good. It would have been really good at this point when he's actually marching towards my army and killing my poor overlord back there. And I'm actually running into his base at the same time, so my army was split up, which probably isn't the greatest for me right now. So I'm just hoping that this is gonna work. And I got some more, 7 more roaches on the way, but he has a bunch more roaches as well. And right now he's ahead, except over here it looks like I have killed all his and most of his drones with my zerglings, but they ended up actually dying after that. And he ended up killing my army, so I pretty much have nothing left but drones right now. In production I have 6 roaches, but that's not going to take on how many roaches he had, which is about 10 plus 2 overlords. So over at my expansion I get the mining down there, but it's just not going to be enough at this point. It's just too difficult, don't have a lot of minerals, and that makes it game. So it was a close game. Almost. He ended up winning, but nonetheless it was fun.